What's up, guys? Got another how to get better video. So I'm gonna run some Brownstone High School Professional and kind of do some more tips and tricks. Show you how to get better at it, especially if you're running it solo, even if you're in a group. I figured I would do another high school solo. It's a good way to show people what to do. So we're gonna just ready up. Maybe. Oh man, if you're enjoying my videos, make sure to like and subscribe would be nice. It helps me out a lot. Leave me a comment, give me some critiques. The best way for me to make better videos is for you guys to tell me what I'm doing wrong and what you'd rather see. So let's, with that being said, let's get ourselves started. So we got Margaret Jones, doesn't matter who she responds to. I need a thermometer and a salt, and I need to witness a ghost event. So if I'm gonna speedrun, I'm gonna take a thermometer regardless. I'm gonna take a flashlight because it's high school. But what I normally wouldn't take first, but I'm gonna take first this time, is salt. Normally I'd take like a book and I'd throw a book down for another piece of evidence, but we're gonna instead take salt. So doing it solo, it's a little tricky. It's a big area, it's a lot of area to cover. You really gotta make sure my headset's turned up nice and high. Gotta listen for those really far away, distant sounds. Footsteps, doors, telephones are great. Give us a sign. Give us a sign. On high school and asylum, it helps to ask it things. Try to get it to say something to you, give you some piece of evidence that will kind of tell you where it's at. Maybe, if you're doing it by yourself or with a small group, I maybe wouldn't use its name super early on, because you don't want to get hunted a bunch of times before you even figure out where the room is. Split up if you're doing high school. With 2 people, with 3 people, with 4 people, doesn't matter how many you're using. You shouldn't be together. It's too big of a area to be sticking together. Don't be a chicken shit. Split up, spread out, find the ghost quick. Which I just got lucky. He just gave me a sign. Margaret gave me a sign. So she rang a phone. I hear it, not that room. I don't think it's upstairs. It sounds like it's one of these 3 classrooms here. I think it's the next one. Could be above. It could be above me. I don't think it is. Nope, here it is. Yep. Immediately. 3 degrees. 5 degrees. Thank you for the sign, Margaret. Oh, see that? 2.4, 1.3. Okay, so we're gonna get freezing temps in here. I already killed the breaker? Interesting. Andy's throwing stuff. Margaret's throwing stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put some salt down. I kind of fucked myself. I looked like I only brought 1 thing of salt. So I'm gonna have to be kind of... I have to get kind of... Yeah, there it is, negative temps. Yep. Okay. So anytime, if you're running on Celsius, if you see it go below 3 Celsius, it's gonna get to freezing. Every single time I've seen it below 3 Celsius, it gets to freezing. You don't have to wait for it to hit freezing, which is technically 0 degrees Celsius for people that don't know Celsius. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back out. I would normally leave my flashlight, but he already killed the power and I don't wanna, it's way too dark to be walking around with the lights out. It's fucking with doors too, I heard that. So that gives me potential to get fingerprints. So since it's throwing things around, messing with doors and stuff like that, bringing phones a lot, could be a poltergeist. They move stuff around a lot. So I'm going to take a UV in. In fact, I might even take a UV in a tripod camera in, because if it's a poltergeist, we're going to get ghost orbs and fingerprints. So when you're doing it by yourself, especially when you're speedrunning, there's a lot of guesswork. I don't know for sure that it's a poltergeist. Spirit could be doing all those things. Jen could be doing all those things. It could be a poltergeist that doesn't do things. It's really hit or miss. But normally, poltergeists will do stuff like that. So we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna try to find this dude. Hopefully we can get some ghost orbs on the camera when we're back on the truck. And I'm hoping to get fingerprints while we're in here. Which one was it? It was like one more down, maybe. Yeah, here it is. Alright. I already stepped in salt. That's what I want to see. Okay. I hear him walking. Kind of in the center of the room, so I feel like this back corner is going to be a good spot for that camera. And we're going to... He's already... I guess he didn't technically flick the light. Okay, he's been messing with the doors. And... Oh, wait. You know what? I did this to myself. Okay, well, we know it's not a wraith, because we're tracking its footprints. I don't have a camera with me either. So, this was an oversight on my part. Know your evidence, know what it can and can't be. This is a great example. I came in with a camcorder and a UV to get fingerprints because I was thinking maybe it was a poltergeist. But it hit me once I was in there, freezing temperatures won't be a poltergeist, so it probably wasn't going to be fingerprints. It still could have been fingerprints. It still could be ghost orbs. But since I got freezing temperatures first, I should have brought in like a ghost book or maybe a spirit box or something like that. So know your evidence, know what it could be and can't be immediately, and you can save yourself a trip. I probably wouldn't have brought in the UV if I had remembered that. I still would have brought this in, but it doesn't, honestly it doesn't look like, okay, so freezing temps. So here, Wraith, Phantom, Banshee, Mare, Demon, Yuri. That's a lot of things. We know it's not going to be a Wraith, because I could track its footprints, and you can't track a Wraith's footprints. It's not going to be a Mare, it looks like, because there's probably not ghost, it could be ghost orb still, but probably not. So we need to take a look in here. Spirit box. I really would like to get all three of my evidence pieces in there, but it's killed the power already. Trust me, there's nothing that sucks more than having to run or hide from a ghost on high school when you do not have a flashlight. Not to mention I won't know when it's hunting with no lights on. It's too risky. Too risky to not use the flashlight. Okay. I should have brought a camera too, because it's pretty active. I was ringing the phones real quick. I didn't even look to see where the power box was, because I was kind of trying to do this more as like a speed run. So I wasn't going to even run around and go for the power. I'm just going to kind of risk it. It's probably going to hunt soon, would be my guess. How old are you? Kid. I don't know if I've ever heard it say kid before. Where are you?
Here.
Okay, so there's my three pieces of evidence. So it's a demon. So I know I can outrun it. That's a good sign, because if it hunts, I know I can outrun it. I know it's not going to track me if it hunts, so I can even hide as long as it doesn't happen to just check the room I'm hiding in. I should be pretty safe. So now the question is, if I'm speedrunning, I should just bail now, but do I want to go back in and get a picture of the writing book and get a picture of the ghost, potentially. I have a feeling I can get a picture of Margaret pretty quickly. So it might be worth my time to go back in. Go back in with the camera. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. It's a little risky, but it's alright. So I know it's a demon. Let me take some sanity pills, make sure. I'm still pretty high, actually. My sanity's really high still. So it's Margaret something. I got everything already. I could bounce, but Margaret Jones wants to get a picture first. So if you feel like you can safely and quickly do it, it's definitely worth the extra money and XP to get a picture of the ghost, or maybe 2 pictures of the ghost. I don't think I'll have an issue getting a picture of Margaret. Plus, I know I can get writing. I'm going to take this to help prevent a hunt, just in case, although I don't expect it to help me much. Margaret Jones. Margaret Jones and me tell each other fairy tales, stare at the beautiful women. One more. You know what, Margaret? You killed the power pretty quickly. That surprises me. Oh shit, I dropped my flashlight on accident. What? This is something you shouldn't do. I shot my flashlight instead of the... I hate that. There it is. Okay. Margaret Jones, show yourself. Margaret Jones. Margaret Jones. Margaret Jones. Sometimes that'll count as footsteps. Sometimes it has to be the actual footsteps. Footstep pictures are bugged as shit. Margaret Jones, show yourself. Show yourself, Margaret. Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones. Show yourself. Show me your form. Margaret Jones. Get the other phone now. Margaret Jones, show yourself. Margaret Jones, show yourself. Margaret Jones, are you scared? Do you want me to leave? Show yourself and I'll leave. Margaret Jones. Margaret Jones. Margaret Jones, show yourself. Margaret Jones, show yourself. She's throwing shit around. She's getting upset. Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones, Margaret Jones. Margaret Jones, reveal your form. Margaret Jones, will you show yourself? Show yourself to me. Margaret Jones, will you show yourself to me? These footsteps, did they count? They didn't count. Yeah. Margaret Jones. Margaret Jones, show yourself. Show yourself, Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. Alright. Time to go. You know what? I do want to actually test something out really quick. I want to see if I can get an interaction photo. How old are you? It's a child and kid. That's interesting. Kid. Get to safety here. I want to see... I haven't actually tried getting pictures of the ghost box while they say something, but I wanted to see that to see if that was also an interaction. Getting the footstep pictures, unless they've fixed it, are kind of buggy, to be honest. So there you have it. Go back for the ghost picture if you think you can get it quick, but if it was a shy ghost, I wouldn't have wasted my time with it. I just knew I could probably get it pretty quickly. Don't waste your time bringing in evidence that you don't think you're gonna need. Make sure you know what it could be and what the evidence could be. That way you save yourself a trip, especially if you're by yourself. If it's not fucking with the power a lot, and if the power isn't an easy to get to spot, don't bring a flashlight. Save yourself some time. On the first run through, bring a flashlight. But once you know where the room is, like, It was down in this room, so if the power box was under this stairwell instead of this stairwell, I might have not used a flashlight, because I could pop in and out and hit that power constantly if I needed to. I wasn't going to risk it this time, though. Alright. Simple as that. Easy peasy. $250 of Steaming, obviously. 190 XP. Very nice. So that would be a speedrun in my book. I feel like there's probably different classifications of speedrun. When I say speedrun, I mean as quickly as possible, complete all 4 objectives. The picture of the ghost, so I could have done it a little quicker if I didn't go back for the picture of the ghost, because I already had everything done. So that's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Once again, please give me a subscribe, like the video, give me a comment, tell me what you want to see. You know, do you want to see me do videos with random equipment? Do you want more like tutorial style videos? Do you want me to go through more of like what the ghosts do when they hunt, or maybe just like ghost traits and stuff like that? Let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Till next time, keep hunting.